It is time for this morning's wake-up call presented by Verizon. Joining us now is a Pro Bowl quarterback and first-team all-dad. When he comes on the show, he needs sunblock and a full tank of gas. And he even promised when he came in today to tweet to me yesterday that he'll bring the orange slices and the juice box. He's got the sneakers. Let's go, guys. The QB1 for the Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins. And Kirk, we got the juice boxes already. Yeah. Cheers to you, my man. How we doing?
I'm doing really well. Looking forward to week one now and it being the real thing.
It is the real thing, and it's always important to stay hydrated, Kirk. You are entering your 8th NFL season. How does this one feel different from all your others?
Well, I think it does help to truly be a vet now. I feel like as I've grown up in the league, each year has been taking another step, and now year 8, I really do feel like an elder statesman, and that's got to count for something.
It does, and so does chop busting from your friends. Kirk, let's get into this. Your guy, Kyle Rudolph, came on the show last month and revealed a shocking piece of information about you. Roll it.
To me, it's a combination of his conversion van and not just driving a conversion van, but then a guy that signed over $100-something million in guaranteed contracts has also got advertising on his conversion van. So, you know.
Kirk, your response, we got an advertising decal, maybe a Garfield suction cup toy. Tell us about it. What do you got?
Well, those decals are no longer on the van, but they did make a donation to my foundation. That was really the point, was the charitable component. But, you know, you can't really put that on the back of the van. By the way, this is a charitable partnership. But, yeah, I can understand the optics didn't look great on that one. So, but the van still is there in the garage. It's not being driven too much, but it's still there. My wife wants it gone.
You know, Kirk, yes, Kirk, last March it was all about you and your contract. And I can only imagine how odd or awkward or uncomfortable it might be with everyone else in the world talking about your life, your money, your decisions. In the last 24 hours, we've got Jared Goff news and Ezekiel Elliott news. If you were to talk to those guys this morning, what would you say to them about being the name in the headline saying, hey, big money to this guy, and how would you handle that in the external communications and internally with your team?
Well, nothing I would say to them would be news to them. I mean, they understand the fishbowl that we live in, and it's part of what it means to play in the NFL. But, you know, what you have to understand, and I said it at my introductory press conference, is that the next guy is always going to sign for more. And so you're the topic for a week, for a few weeks, for a month, for a season, but pretty quickly the next quarterback is up. And Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers will sign deals this next offseason that'll surpass those deals and blow them away. And so it's a constant process. The salary cap is growing. Pretty soon these guys' deals will be outpaced, and they'll be, you know, budget deals that'll have to eventually be redone, and that's just the way it's going to be. And so the key is go out, play good football, focus on what you can do to help your team win games. Everything else takes care of itself.
I said this off camera. I love you as a player, and I respect you as a businessman. Well done throughout your career, and you still have many more years to get paid. But you also made some other news, though, some serious news over the summer when you called out your rookie center, Garrett Bradbury, for excessive sweating and, let's just say, an area crucial to the quarterback, commonly known as a swamp butt. So how has his snapping been, and has he fixed the little perspiration problem?
So Garrett promised me that on game day it's not an issue. He said, going back to my college days, this was an issue at practice. You're not the only quarterback to complain. But he said on game day, it's never been a problem. And sure enough, we've had 3 preseason games together playing, and it was not an issue. So I'm here in week 1 getting ready, expecting it to be a non-factor. But we do have him changing shorts in each practice about halfway through practice.
Whoa!
That's breaking news, Kirk.
Wow.
Okay.
Biggest response of the interview.
Perfect.
Wow.
So Kirk, I want to ask you about tomorrow night, but before I do that, I know Stefon Diggs gives you a hard time about your dad style. So right now, the floor is yours. Would you like to put anything out there in response to him?
Well, you know, you'd have to also look at his fashion choices for games when we go on the road. There's some interesting outfits, and the last one looked like he was going to be the one getting me into my roller coaster on Space Mountain. But apparently that's the latest, greatest fashion. So I gave him a hard time for that one. But I told him we need to go shopping together. I need to pick him an outfit for a game, and he needs to pick me an outfit for a road trip to a game. And then we could kind of do the different strokes thing and see how it goes.
Crossover episode.
That's it. Cross colors.
Please, we're like
Please do
begging
that, Kirk.
you
Please
to do that.
Thank you for joining us. Vikings-Falcons Sunday from Minneapolis. Massive game. Kirk, you are all class. Love to you, Julie, the family, and the team. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. You guys do a great job on this show. Keep it going.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
What a guy. What a guy.
He even changes his center's diapers in the middle of the game. That's incredible.
Man.
It's all
Didn't
that.
ask him if he's the new man on the Minnesota Vikings, though.
You're right. You're right. What's Jane got?
There's Jane right there. Oh, I kid you not. There's a news chopper over the Star in Frisco. Ooh, we're going to talk about that next.
Awesome.